I'd like to take a moment to thank my channel members for your continued support. Thank you, and consider joining today for added perks and exclusive content. Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Beast Wars Transmetals SCAVENGER, and I love this toy. Originally released in 1998, this was a mega class figure that retailed for approximately $15. And here we have Scavenger, and he is a metallic fire ant, right? So, you know, we talked about this a little bit earlier this week with Inferno. To me, it always seemed like this would have been the natural progression for Inferno when he turned, you know, to evolve or turn transmetal, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. This would have been him. And but for whatever reason, Hasbro changed his name to Scavenger. I do know that in the Japanese release of this toy, he was released as Inferno. So this figure was definitely meant to be Inferno. So to me, I may slip up during this video and call him Inferno because that's just kind of in my head canon. He is Inferno. But yeah, Scavenger, there you go. I do have a box for him. I picked this guy up not too long ago at TFCon. This was one of the figures that I picked up at TFCon Baltimore, so I did get him in the package. So very cool to get the packaging. Just to get an opportunity to see some of these old boxes is really, really cool. They did cut out, unfortunately, the bio and tech specs card out of it, but everything else is there, and that is a really cool thing to see. So taking a closer look at Scavenger here in his ant mode, he is approximately 9 inches long, about 3 inches tall. So again, a mega class. He's pretty big. He's approximately the same size as Inferno was. So real quick, for comparison, let's bring in Inferno right here one more time so that we can see the two of them together. You can see, yeah, they're pretty comparable in size. And again, you got 2 fire ants, 1 organic, 1 transmetal. There you go. Looking really cool. Love having these two together. It's such a cool thing to have these guys together. And going all the way around on Scavenger here, just you can kind of see what he looks like. It's pretty much a robotic ant going all the way around. They did put Scavenger right there on his little butt piece right there. So that's the thing they did with Transmetals, is they would put its characters' names right there. So there you go, Scavenger. No matter how much I want to call him Inferno, he's always going to remind me that he is Scavenger. But yeah, I absolutely love the colors on this guy. So he retains a lot of the reds, but a lot of them, you got that metallic vacuum metallized red, along with some of this translucent red. And then you've also got those vacuum metallized gold highlights right there and touches of purple here and there. And it just blends together so nicely. Of course, those legs are done in silver, and you got some, you're going to have some black pieces there for some of the armatures right there. But there you go. Articulation wise, he's pretty articulated. The legs, all 6 of the legs, they're on ball joints up here at the base. There are ball joints here at the midsection. This outer part of the leg here is on a hinge as well. So you can actually move these legs all over the place. And then you also have 2 hinges here at the body, 1 here and 1 here. So you can kind of make different poses for him. The head, unfortunately, is not very posable, and we'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, you can do kind of like, if you want, I'm going to try to do something like he's standing up. Like, I don't know, have you guys ever seen ants fighting? Yeah, so you can do kind of like that, like a fighting pose. I wonder if I could get him to hold it. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. How cool is that, right? So you can kind of do like a little fighting pose for ants there, that kind of stuff. But that's it really for articulation-wise. Now, the reason the head doesn't move a whole lot is because these Transmetal guys also came with a kind of a third or intermediate vehicle mode, if you will. So what Scavenger here does is he becomes somewhat of a drill tank. And you know, some of these vehicle modes or intermediate modes, some of them work better than others. Some of these characters, Scavengers is one of those that's just not so much. So what we're going to do here is basically what you're going to do is take the legs and just move them up and out of the way. And this is one of those where you do whatever looks, oh, I popped that hinge. Do whatever looks best to you, honestly. There is no right or wrong here. You just move these up. That's it. You're just moving these up. So I'm gonna do something like this. I guess kind of like forming some sort of like a little cage there, if you will. You'll notice that he does have these little wheels down here at the bottom. So we're gonna take these. These are gonna swing outwards like that and like that to form wheels. And then we're gonna take his antenna, move them up, move the legs out of the way, and the whole head here is going to hinge back. You got double, or not doubles. You got ball joints down here, and you got a hinge up here. And you're just going to bring this back, and I guess we'll move the legs out of the way enough to accommodate for the head. And then bring the legs back over there. And just kind of, again, you're just going to kind of put these however looks best to you. And there you go. That's the drill. Tank mode, honestly. It is pretty cool in that it rolls, and you've got these little drills in the front here that also spin when you roll them around. And he rolls nicely. As you can see, he's actually, I don't even have all of the wheels on there you go. I didn't have all the wheels down. But there you go. He rolls pretty nice. He's got these wheels back here, and then these, we got little rubber tires right here in the front that are going to catch, and that's what's going to make those drill pieces rotate there in the front. But in terms of how he looks, yeah, honestly, meh. There you go. All right, getting into transformation. This is one of those guys. We talked about this again, going back to our Inferno review. We talked about this with Inferno. Some figures that these insect type Beast Wars figures have multiple legs. Some of them do a really good job of hiding the legs or kind of tucking them away in robot mode. And some of them, they're just kind of all over the place, kind of like a tarantulas, if you will. This is one of those. The arms or the legs for the alt mode, they're going to be all over the place. But we've already got the head back here, so we're just going to leave that there. The transformation for this guy is super interesting because this whole front piece here, these are the arms. The entire rest of the body is right in here. It's concealed right in here. It's amazing the origami that this guy does. So we're going to take this little cover right here. We're going to pop this off. This is on a hinge and a ball joint, so it may pop off. I'll try to do it so that it doesn't, but mine does tend to pop off quite commonly. There we go. So we're going to pop that out and bring that down and over. We're going to come around here to the bottom. Go ahead and tuck those wheels again. Oh, before I do that, there's your rub symbol right there. So you can see the Predacon symbol right there. Go ahead and tuck the wheels back in. And then we're going to rotate this on this ball joint. And then this piece is going to come up and just cover up those wheels right there. All right, then as you can see, pretty much the whole rest of the body is right there. The legs are right here. We're going to go ahead and hinge these down all the way down and then open up the feet. Bring down the leg and open up the feet. And then we're going to take the arms, this piece right here, and then also the ant head. Go ahead and split that up. We're going to split this whole thing, bring it down, rotate the shoulder piece, and then bring it the rest of the way down. That's going to allow you to bring the arm down. And at this point, you're going to, once again, set these arms up any way you'd like. Whatever looks best to you. There is no right or wrong. Same thing on this side. We'll bring down the shoulder piece, we'll rotate it around, bring the arm down the rest of the way. And once again, we're going to move our legs and just kind of situate them to whatever we think looks best and out of the way. Some people like the look of the legs flared out. Some people like to tuck them in. I'm one of those guys that likes to tuck them in, kind of clean up the robot a little bit. And then finally, we're going to take the head, bring it all the way up. And there we have, I almost said Inferno. There we have Scavenger in his robot mode, looking bat crazy. I absolutely love this guy. And here in robot mode, he stands approximately 6.5 inches tall. And again, I just absolutely adore the design on this guy, both Inferno and Scavenger. Absolutely adore the design on these guys. These guys just look so awesome. And that head sculpt is fantastic. Let me see if I want to try something new here. I got a new camera. I want to try something new. Let's try this. Wow, that's pretty cool. Check that. That's it. Check out that head sculpt. Wow, that's a pretty cool effect on my new camera. I got a new phone, so I'm trying out new things here. But check out that head sculpt. That is, I mean, if you thought Inferno was crazy before, he had a crazy look before, look at him now as Scavenger. Absolutely batshit crazy. This is fantastic. I absolutely love that head sculpt on this guy. Let's see if I can get, yeah, that is pretty cool how that little effect works. That's I'm going to be using that a lot. But yeah, going all the way around, he is what you expect a Beast Wars or Transmetal or a figure of this era to be. There is going to be some kibble because of those ant legs. They're all over the place. Again, some people like to tuck them like this. Some people like to, hey, go crazy, open them up, give them a flared look. It's completely up to you. Whatever you like, whatever you think looks cool, do it, right? That's the fun thing about these figures. Going all the way around, you've got the kibble on the arms, which is all of the ant legs. You also got the ant head in halves back here, but I think it does a pretty good job of tucking in. Those tuck in pretty well into the back of the biceps there. And then, of course, the little piece right here that covered up the wheels actually does a pretty good job of cleaning him up. There you go. I love the colors on this guy. All the reds are done in translucent. And then you got those hints of purple in this metallic teal right here. I absolutely adore the colors on this guy. Articulation-wise, the head can turn side to side. The arms can rotate forward and backwards, in and out. They can also bend at the elbow. Unfortunately, Mr. Scavenger here doesn't have much in the hands department. His hands are drills. So yeah, do with that what you will. But there you go. That's what his hands are. His hands are drills. I'm still trying to there you go. The legs are on a ball joint. And, this is something, again, this was kind of new with the era. They were putting ball joints on everything, just trying this new articulation thing, and it was pretty cool. It was a good time to be a Transformers fan. So you got your in and out, your in and out forward and backwards. You have a bend at the knee all the way back like that because of transformation. And then, of course, the toes can kind of go up and down just a little bit. So there you go. There's Scavenger looking super cool. And let's bring the camera down just a bit. And for comparison, one more time, we'll bring him in with, I'm gonna call it his former self, Inferno. What I'm gonna go with now, since he does say Scavenger on his body, but he was called Inferno in Japan. Here's what I'm gonna go with. We've talked about this before. All right, so some Transformers, when they evolve, they change names, right? Orion Pax became Optimus Prime. Hot Rod became Rodimus Prime. Aerial became Alita 1. Bumblebee became Goldbug. So Scavenger or Inferno became Scavenger. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So there you go. Same guy, different bodies. Love it. This is one of those you absolutely gotta have. If you're a fan of Beast Wars, like I am, and if you're a fan of the Inferno character, like I am, you absolutely gotta have both. Look, this guy just has so much personality. That look on his face just says it all. And yeah, it's a must-have if you're a fan of Beast Wars, if you're a fan of Inferno, and it's a fun figure. Kibbly, but you can work with that, and but still fun. And even though the tank mode looks like crap, it's pretty cool that they put the little turning piece here. Which, by the way, as you can see, you can use that here in robot mode, so you can actually have the little drill pieces spinning. One thing to note, I don't know for the life of me why they would have done this, but they did put hinges on the drill pieces here, so you can actually turn the hinges. That's I don't know if we want to call that articulation, but it's there. You can bend them for some reason. I don't know, but there they are. Fantastic figure, absolutely recommended if you're a fan of Beast Wars, if you're a fan of Inferno or a fan of Scavenger. Definitely get this figure. He is a lot of fun, and I think that about does it for the Transformers Beast Wars Transmetals Scavenger. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload a new video. I've got a donate button up there, and I also now offer channel memberships. If you're inclined to do either one of those, I would greatly appreciate it. Please share with your friends if you like what you see, and I'll talk to you next time.